Yo, what up? It's Aaron motherfucking Moses, man, and I'm making this video because I'm having some issues in my relationship as far as the mother of my child and I. We are no longer an item. We're not together. We are broken up. Some would like to say the situation that we are in is us taking a break. You can't really take a break from a relationship. You're broken up or you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're together or you're not. But the whole thing was um we're having issues, and I wanted to share this message with you guys because Liz was led to believe certain things that go on in our relationship are normal. Now, I'm not going to go into the intimate details of what happened. Neither of us has ever put their hands on each other or mentally or verbally abused each other. But the whole thing was there's there's some patterns and some behaviors that I just find are disruptive to the productivity of us and our growth. It's not ideal. And the whole thing is I don't want to seem like I'm this Mac or this pimp or even Dr. Phil, like I know all um, that has to be done in relationships and things that are healthy, because I don't. But the excuse that Liz gave me was, basically I didn't know that that's not normal. I didn't know that this is something that should not take place. And I don't want to air her out. I'm not going to tell all her business, but basically what I am going to say is that she she told me that the things that go on in our relationship as far as her faults and the things that I feel are unhealthy, she didn't know that was normal because of whoever she was around and how she was brought up and the things that she witnessed. And my message to you is it doesn't it doesn't fucking matter if you've ever seen anybody in a relationship. It doesn't matter if you, a lot of people have not seen a boyfriend and a girlfriend or a husband and a wife interact. But the thing about relationships are is that relationships, whether you want to consider it romantic or friendly, relationships are based off of boundaries. Like I tell you guys, when two people interact, one person's automatically going to be the leader, one person's automatically going to be the follower. But whatever your role is, whether you want to take on the role as the low key, the leader, or definitely the follower, it is based off of boundaries, standards, and self-respect. If you've never seen a married couple interact, you know that, hey, when I'm friends with somebody, my friends don't my friends don't beat me up. My friends don't seriously call me bitches and hoes. My friends don't break my shit when they're mad at me. Me and my friends, we like to talk things out. Or even if you want to go something as so simple as having a pet. Hey, I don't do this to my pet. If you have a garden, hey, when I'm mad at other motherfuckers, I don't piss in my garden because I know, you know what? I have to pick these plants one day. I have to pick these fruits and vegetables, and I have to put them in my body. I'm trusting these plants to sustain my life, to help me make my life better. So you don't abuse your plants, you don't traumatize your plants, you don't throw shit past your plants because you knew that you weren't trying to hurt them. You knew you were just trying to get their attention or scare them or things like that. So for all you people who don't know, my parents have never been married before. All of my friends, they've never been They've never had girlfriends and boyfriends. I've never hung out with a married couple. I don't know what this is supposed to look like. You don't need to see that, bro. You know your relationships come from your core. Your relationships come from your core values and how the fuck you're supposed to treat yourself. You know that when you get fucking mad, you don't slam your head into a fucking wall because you're gonna kill brain cells. So when you get mad and you actually have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you don't do certain things because that is gonna not only damage yourself, that's gonna damage this person that you wake up and claim you love every day. What's not normal in a relationship? What's not normal is breaking your people's shit. What's not normal is calling them out their name, calling them bitches and hoes. No matter what, love's not supposed to hurt. You love your child, you love your dog, you love your garden. You don't you don't hurt them. And like I told Liz, a lot of people don't have the tolerance and the patience that I have. Okay, I understand. You're going through this, you're going through that. I'm trying to make shit. I'm trying to rationalize it. I'm trying to find other ways. I'm trying to make excuses for you. But at the same time, if you truly love yourself, if you truly are your best, when you find that person, hey, you're your best, I'm my best, we have something in common. That motherfucker is not gonna sit around, oh, well, you cheated on me. Oh, well, you put a tracking device on my phone. Oh, well, I know you don't trust me, but no. A person, if you are your best and the person that you're fucking with is their best, I'm not talking about financially. I'm not talking about spirit. I'm talking about emotionally. They have standards for themselves. They have a high self-esteem. They have a healthy level of narcissism about themselves. They have a healthy level of confidence. Cheat on that bitch and see what happens. They're not gonna, well, I know you're a man and you like pussy, so nah, they're not gonna do that, bro. They're not gonna sit around and let you find yourself and practice certain things. They're not gonna sit around, well, you punched me in the face, you didn't break my jaw this time. No. If that person is if that person is really the person you're supposed to be with, if you put your hands on them, they'll leave. If they think you're gonna put their hands on them, they're not gonna fucking sit around and wait. Well, he threw this big ass 3 pound fucking ashtray at me just to make sure I was hearing what he was saying, but it didn't hit me though. No, they're not gonna do that. They're not going to, they're not, if that is the person you're really supposed to be with, if they think you're gonna abuse them at any point, they're gonna leave you. They're not gonna feel shit. They're gonna cry in their hotel room. They're gonna cry in the car on the way to their friend's house, but they're not gonna give a fuck. See, the best thing I tell you guys yet, my whole thing is my philosophy is why you need to have a girlfriend. Not need. Nobody needs to have a fucking romantic relationship. If you think you need to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, that means you do not need that. That means you should not pursue that at all. If you feel that need or that desperation, it feels great to be held to sleep. It feels great to fuck the shit out of somebody and look them in their eyes like, bitch, didn't I tell you, motherfucker? That was some good ass dinner. It feels great doing that shit. But you don't need that shit. Or you would be dead already. Duh, nigga. But the whole thing is, if you want to get in a relationship, cool. That's your plan. But relationships, we're supposed to make each other our best. We're supposed to either make each other our best. All the extreme shit is out the door. Whatever, that's good. That happened to you in the past. That's good. Don't bring that shit to me. If you got to, stop talking to me, go to therapy, and we'll try again. But don't let it get there. Don't let it get to that point. But if you're not your best, if you haven't mastered something in your life, if you haven't mastered something inside of you, whether that be self-confidence, whether that be emotional situations, whether that be your emotional body, whether that be your pain body, people are gonna be with you because they like something that you're doing that is at its best. People don't want to fucking, okay, I'll eat your pussy, but I'm gonna be your dad too. What the fuck? Nobody wants to be your parent, bro. Nobody wants to be your fucking parent at any point in your relationship. I don't even like if no, that song didn't come out. But I don't even want a woman to call me daddy. A lot of people think that's fucking sexy. Yo, that's so whatever whatever it is. I mean, if you like people call you daddy and mommy, whatever, that's your thing. But personally, I think that's creepy. I think that's weird. Don't call me daddy. I'm not your dad. I'm not your father. I didn't put my dick in your mom so you could come out. Don't call me that. I don't want to be your parent. I don't want to pretend like I'm your parent. That's a whole different ball field. All right, we're not raising each other. We are not raising each other. And that whole thing that I said about yeah, if we're one good way to tell if you're good for somebody is if you think about it like, hey, if me and you were in the sandbox together, if we were fucking both freshmen in high school, we would be probably pretty cool actually. Or if we were fucking freshmen in college, if we were fucking first day of preschool, we would be cool as fuck. We would be fucking sharing crayons and doing this. That's a good indicator. A lot of people don't live like that because they're like, yeah, well, I was on the south side of Chicago, Inglewood, selling drugs. Well, me, I was fucking praying to God, wishing that I was crazy so I could get attention. But at the core, I feel like that's a good indicator. If you can put yourself in that mindset and that mind state and jump in that fucking time ship and that time machine and you can be there and you can place yourself there, that's cool. Not everybody's gonna align like that. But you you being somebody's boyfriend is not being their parent. If you say, look, I'm fucking 23, you're 23, we're gonna build each other up. I see the potential in you. I already like what you fucking mastered with yourself. You got some swag, but you're a little fucking stupid. But we're gonna teach you how to do this. And then you're like, okay, well, you like to stay in the house and you don't like fucking people and you don't like to be in big crowds. Well, we're gonna fucking build this up inside each other. We're gonna make each other our best. That's one thing. That's a journey that that's a journey that a lot of people are willing to take. But if you have this baggage, if you have these mental defects, motherfuckers can't put up with that. Motherfuckers are not gonna watch you punch holes in walls and call you bitches and tell you your mom's a fucking racist. She doesn't like white people anyway. She's a psychopath. That's where you got it from, Aaron. Niggas aren't gonna put up with that. Niggas are not gonna put up with that. That means you have something that you need to deal with on your own by yourself. Watch Dr. Phil. He has an app. I haven't tried it yet. Probably won't. But is abuse normal? No. Is love supposed to hurt? Normal? No. Are you supposed to get in physical altercations with your people and then, okay, I'm gonna stay at my mom's house, I'm gonna drink some beer? No, that's not normal. If you grew up and that's all you know, you're never at any point. The only pain that I think you should experience is if you're both killing in that life and you got to stay in the office, a couple hours a week extra, and she has to stay at the whatever the fuck, I don't want to say salon or whatever the fuck. The only problems that you should have is we don't have enough time together because we both have our careers so fucking deep and so developed that we can't even enjoy each other. We don't have time to enjoy each other. We don't have the the the, the schedule to enjoy each other. But as far as all that, oh, I thought that people were supposed to punch each other in the face and spit in each other and call each other's moms fucking racist, KKK, ex-KKK members, and none of that shit's normal. Abuse is not normal in any relationship. It's not ever going to be normal. It's not ever going to be, okay, well, I'm going to give this nigga 3 chances to fuck some bitches. And after that, for sure, I'm done. I'm going to give this nigga 3 times to get drunk as fuck, come home from the bar smelling like pussy, and slap me in my face. It's never going to be like that. That's never going to be considered a standard. That's never going to be considered having healthy boundaries. It's all about what you would do to yourself. What would you do to yourself? What would you do to pretend you had a garden? What would you do to that garden? Pretend you have fucking kids. What would you do to that child? Yeah, I beat the shit out of you. You're bleeding on the floor, but you're still my son. Come put your head. Nah, bro. It's never gonna be like that. It's no excuses. It's not. It's no excuses. How the fuck does God treat you? How do you treat your fucking? How do you treat your plants? How do you treat your pet? Why the fuck do you treat your pet better than you treat your girlfriend? Why the fuck do you treat your garden better than you treat your boyfriend? Because you're abusive. You need to work on yourself. You need to not be in a relationship and stop acting like you never fucking been anywhere. You're not an animal. You didn't grow up under a rock. You met millions of people in your fucking life. You've made millions of fucking connections and conversations in your life. Why the fuck do you treat strangers better than you treat this person that is dicking you the fuck down and comforting you when you fucked up? It's that simple. Standards and boundaries are not alien or foreign languages to any fucking body. How do you treat your own body? And if you think that's normal, change it, because it's not. It's never going to be normal for anybody. It's never have been normal. Animals don't even treat each other how a lot of human beings fucking treat each other. So get that shit straight. That's not normal, bro. Abuse, if it was normal, it wouldn't be called fucking abuse. It would be called nothing. It would be called a fucking social interaction. It would be called something beautiful. It wouldn't be called abuse. You know, a kiss. That's a fucking beautiful word. It's kind of cute, but it doesn't sound. It doesn't make people cringe. You can't go to your friend's house. You can't call your mom up. So like, yeah, today, he abused me and blah. Nah, she's gonna be like, wait, what? He did what? He abused me? He abuse? Like, what kind of abuse? Like abuse? Abuse? It's bad. It's bad when people feel negative about themselves because of something you did. When you motivate people to feel fear, anger, low self-esteem, anything that doesn't help them grow, anything that could take a toll on their body, you're being a weirdo. You're being a bad person. And that person's gonna think, hey, if I don't wake up today, I expected that shit because that bitch fucking threw some shit, broke some shit, called my mom a fucking a black KKK member. And I totally recognized the fucking signs and I still went to sleep with no knife by my side, you know? But that's all I wanted to say, man. A lot of people, I don't see how you motherfuckers think abuse is normal and you try to make excuses. Everybody has boundaries, bro. If you wouldn't treat a stranger like that, and if you wouldn't let a stranger treat you like that, that doesn't belong in a fucking romantic relationship. So stop playing yourself. Stop trying to play the person that fucking that loves you and that when you didn't have a fucking job and they only got 16 fucking hours from a fucking racist ass bitch, still held you down, still paid all your bills, still took care of everything, still listened to all your problems, didn't get a word in, went to sleep, and you still didn't clean the house and you still didn't fucking have dinner. So it's no excuse. Do I have any questions? I just wanted to get that out, man. I didn't want to fucking tell all my business. No, I never hit Liz. No, she never hit me. Uh, it's just gotten to the point my boundaries have developed and evolved to a different level. My level of patience for adults, grown ass people, has severely been fucking threatened. I don't have patience. I don't give a fuck. All that love shit, that's cool. That's cool, but I've seen Lion King. I watched all the Disney movies enough to have experienced love. I have a hella family. I don't need a lot of people to fucking give me that. I have a son. You know, he's gonna fucking show me love no matter what I do. So I don't need everybody doing me this favor. I tell myself I love me. I know God loves me. I know the universe, my mom. I got enough of that. You know, romantic love, that's a whole different thing. Do I do rants? Low key, this is a rant right now, bro. I had a playlist of rants, but I don't want to sound like I'm bitching and complaining all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm I'm really, I'm the light bringer. That's what Aaron means. Aaron derives from the word uh, the word Ra, the name Ra. A rant on any top. I got a rant called "Fuck Your House." I got a rant called "Fuck Your Kids." I got a rant. I more so did rants when I first moved in here, this house. So last year, like August, September, I was I was doing a lot of rants. Um, I got a rant called Gangster," when I was talking about how I'm gonna do a rant right now. Matter of fact, since I'm so passionate and fired up, I don't get angry. I get passionate. You know what I'm saying? But see me right now. Shout out to OKC, man. I don't live in OKC, but the whole thing is, man, I need you guys to appreciate. If you live in a big city, I need you guys to start appreciating the gangsters in your big city. Why? Because a lot of the things that you and your parents do, and maybe if you have any siblings, your family, they are protected by the fear of gangsters. Cause where I live, shout out to the Crips. It's a lot of Crips around here. It's a lot of Crips in OKC. But for whatever the reason, whatever the case is, when we do when we do business with people, it's different. It's way different in Chicago. See, and this goes back to the whole relationship thing. Why is it so different in Chicago? I don't know. I don't really care to find out. But the whole thing is, in Chicago, you can't get away with half, a quarter, a 16th of the shit that these motherfuckers do out here. Why? Because everybody in Chicago has a brother, cousin, sister, uncle that's in a gang that's crazy as shit. And if you fuck that shit up, or a friend, or a fucking bus driver that they fucking talk to every day, and you tell them they did some shit, they'll fuck you up. Here, they don't give a fuck. And they're not super gangster. Chicago, you can't sell somebody a fucking car and tell them it's everything's 110% on it, and then you come back, it's a motherfucking lemon. It has a lane on it and all kind of shit because they will send their fucking four corner hustler uncle to you. They will send their Latin King fucking uncle to you. They will send your dad. You will have 3 15-year-olds waiting in your bushes. That's is going to happen. So a lot of people in Chicago, they don't fuck around. They don't fuck around with strangers. People out here, people out here, they will fuck you out of thousands of dollars, and they don't give a fuck because it's safe for them. They know that there is a there is a 70% chance that nothing's bad is going to happen to me if I fuck this guy out of $1,000. If I sell this person a lemon and sign my name on this contract and put my address, and this motherfucker's been to my house, he knows where I live. He has my son's address. He has my son's Facebook. They don't give a fuck about any of that. They'll still do it because there's no gangsters out here to enforce, hey, you know what? There's so many gangsters out here. So many people could be plugged with the leader of the fucking Latin Kings. So don't do it. They still do it. They still do it. They don't give it a second fucking thought. You could say Chicago's a bad city. 3 people a day get shot and killed. 11 people get shot a day. I bet you could buy a car in Chicago and that bitch won't be a lemon. I bet you can do a lot of stuff with thousands of dollars and nobody's gonna fuck you out of that shit unless they're plugged like that and they're just waiting on you to do some shit. In that case, yeah. If you go to somebody that is a high-ranking member and they have hella people in their house and their building around the corner with guns waiting on you to do some shit, that's different. A lot of people don't have that manpower. A lot of people don't have that power. A lot of people in Chicago, they won't put themselves in the situation where they have to call back up because that's one of the rules. Don't do some shit knowing that you're gonna need some fucking backup. Do shit that you can handle yourself. And if you sincerely didn't know that it will turn into something bigger, that's a different story. Like one of the homies, I don't even want to say his name, but me, my cousin, and one of my cousin's homies, we were walking down the street. It's this drunk ass nigga, and everywhere we go, this nigga will walk. Hey y'all, slow down, slow down, slow down. Just walk like half the speed slower than what you walking right now. Walk up to a crowd of people. Matter of fact, I got my niggas with me right now. I'm like, bro, who's that? I don't even know this nigga. You met this nigga today? I'm not about to fight for him. And he was straight up. That one day started like 2 or 3 fights. I'm like, bro, you don't know us like that. I met you. My cousin met you this year, and I hung out with you 3 days ago. And I dropped $5 in your car, and you straight up said you didn't know what the fuck happened to it. So I'm not doing that. Like, suckers do that shit in Chicago. They walk around. Matter of fact, are you talking all that shit? Squad. People in Chicago don't do that, bro. People don't in Chicago don't walk around and help and make you help them go on missions and make you help them get out of bullshit. If anything, it was an accident. I didn't know they were gonna be here. Cause anything else, that's not flying, bro. They will watch you get jumped. If they knew you your whole life and they knew that that's why you were here, a lot of people in Chicago, when I was in Chicago, hey, yeah, who you with right now, man? I'm like, I'm with him, I'm with him, I'm with him. I can't even scoop you, bro. Already got fucking 3 people in my car, bro. Nah, we're just gonna come smoke some blunts and shit. Come through, dog. We got a bottle and shit. And what happens? Soon as I get there, it's 10 other motherfuckers there. So now it's 15 of us. And then what happens? Sitting on the porch, drinking some beer. Then 7 motherfuckers come around the corner. What's up, fool? I got all my homies right here. I'm like, nigga, you brought me over here so I could fight. You brought me over here because you called this nigga a bitch on Facebook 3 days ago and told him to come deep. And now it's 20 of us right here. Bullshit. Bullshit. Same shit. I almost got killed like that. Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, dog, come through, dog. Nah, bro, fuck that. Come through. I'm like, bro, it's fucking like 11:30, bro. I'm trying to be on that. Man, come through. We're gonna have some bitches and everything, bro. Come on, man. Alright, let's come, bro. Just chill out, bro. And smoke them blunts. Yeah, man. And I fucking fucked around, got in my car. Man, I'm already fucked. I don't need to get more fucked. I'm already fucked up. I'm gonna fuck around again. Do you? I'm going to the crib. When I wake up, hey, you heard what happened to what's his name? What happened, bro? They came through, fucking shooting, bro. I was like, this nigga just called me 15 minutes before he got shot to come to his house, cause he knew that was gonna happen. Fuck that. Fuck that. You put me in that situation. I hope you die. I hope you get jumped, and I will watch you. I don't care how long I knew you. If you knew it was gonna happen and you didn't tell me, cause you knew, hey, bro, I don't know you like that, or you know what? I got a job. I have something going for myself. That's 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 straight up disrespectful. You didn't. He probably didn't even know they were gonna come through busting at his ass. But what happened? They did. What happened? A stranger got shot. One of his homies got shot. Another nigga got shot. But he didn't get shot. One of the niggas got kidnapped. Oh, but that nigga moved. He went to a whole different. Nah, bro. I'm good on that, bro. That's bullshit. And I'm black. The only black one. I'm good. Fuck that. That's why every time, the first time that shit happened, I wasn't really thinking about it. And you call me up. When you ask me how many people I'm with already, that's already a red flag, bro. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not coming through. We had 0 guns in the car. We had a whole bunch. I'm not about to be on that warrior shit. Fuck that. Can you believe I almost got killed? I didn't even know this nigga like that. And that's the second time this nigga fucking set me up on some. He didn't set me up like, oh, I hate you, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna get you killed with me. It wasn't like that. He was trying to force me to fucking ride. Like, you're gonna force me to protect my life because you don't have the power to do that? That's ass. That's ass. I'm grown, bro. I'm grown. I had so much shit. I didn't even know my full potential back then. I was just trying to be a fucking teenager at the time. Thank you, I am RJ Payne. Unibrow gang all day, man. I've had a unibrow since I was in fucking third grade, bro. Shave my fucking eyebrows. What you think I am? I do shave my eyebrow. I gotta shave these bitches like once every couple months or something like that. I'm gonna see how thick it's gonna get one day. One day. Shit, I might fuck around and look sexy. I don't know. What else we got, man? Some more rants, some more stories. That shit fucked me up though, man. It didn't severely fuck me up. It didn't like end all my trust in people, cause I don't give people that look that power, bro. I don't give people that luxury. I'ma fuck this nigga up so much, blah blah blah. Man, he never gonna be able to trust a woman ever again in his life. You know how many times I got done dirty by a bitch? What kind of fucking faggot do I look like? Oh, a bitch did me dirty, so I'm never gonna trust a bitch again. Bro, if you think like that, no offense. Well, total offense. I can't say no offense. I'm gonna offend somebody. But if you think like that, you're a faggot. You're a little girl. Don't give somebody the power to make you not trust people and make you not trust men or women. That's dumb. Now, if you wanna realign how you think and study strategy and maybe study psychology, sociology, human interaction, that's fine. Then you could see the signs, then you could pre-diagnose situations. That's a whole different ball field. But for you to fucking say, man, when I was 15, I gave this bitch like 2 racks. I'm never gonna trust a woman ever again. That means you like men. That means you only trust niggas. That's weird. It's not weird if you don't like girls, then you're a man, whatever. That means you're a homosexual, bisexual, nothing against you. But for you to say that, it's a difference between a homosexual and a faggot. If you fucking think like that, you're a faggot. And you might just be a homosexual. For you to realize that you're now gay because you don't trust women because some shit that happened to you when you were 15, hey, statistically, homosexual men do a lot better in this world than straight men. So you might just went around with that. Think about it, bro. Think about it. I thought about it. When I thought about this, I'm pretty sure I told you this story. I mean, I'm from the super suburbs. I'm not from a normal suburb, bro. I say this shit in every video. I went to high school with people who had helicopters and yachts, who was at Masons, who was in the Illuminati, who were born into this shit, who was born into Illuminati. People who saw their parents for 3 hours a week, because they were doctors and lawyers and judges and shit. So, of course, it's not a lot of black people in my environment at that time. So when I start going to the dark side, I mean, I'm just gonna be real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna, on the, in the world that I was going into, as far as the dark side, the selling drugs and all that other shit. Yeah, there's more black people on that side that I was consciously trying to fucking interact with. Not normal black people. They were niggas. They weren't black people where I was from. They weren't like me. Both my parents went to college. Yeah, they started in the hood, but they made choices, and they eventually went to college and left the hood. Or they were born in the suburbs. Both their parents worked at fucking Kroger or whatever the fuck, and they were struggling. They were like trying to kill people on purpose. Black people, niggas. So when I interacted with these people, something bad happened to me, I'm like, you know what? I think I just don't like black people, bro. Cause every time something bad happens to me, it's a nigga. It's a nigga doing this shit. It's somebody with the same skin color as me, a little bit lighter, a little bit darker. So I think I just don't like niggas. I got jumped. Every time I got jumped, I never got jumped by a white person. Last time I got jumped, it was in a fucking suburb. It was in Park Forest, Illinois. I was like, you know what? Every time. I was just trying to get some weed. I wasn't trying to sell anybody anything. I wasn't trying to rob anybody. I was simply trying to buy a $5 fucking bag of weed, and I got jumped. And I was walking home. I was like, you know what? I'm black. If I was in Sandy Springs, Georgia right now, this shit would have never happened. I think I just hate black people. I think I just hate niggas. I was like, you know what? No. Animals just no. You don't hate black people. You hate niggas. And I was like, you know what? Subconscious mind, you're right. Went to jail. Went to Cook County Jail, one of the hardest jails in America. And I'm from the suburbs. Sandy Springs, where I lived, was the fifth safest place with more than 100,000 people at some point. I went to jail, Cook County. We got out west, ooh up the bang. We got the south side, whatever the fuck they say. People from the Calumet Village, people from Inglewood, people who've never interacted with black people like me that just think totally different. And nothing bad happened to me. But I was looking at the situation, like a lot of these people, when you think about it, I'm a statistics guy, and statistics are not 100% true all the time. Statistically, what? 60% of people in jail cannot read over a third grade level. And 80% of people in Cook County are black. And all these things happen. And then I wrote a paper about this. The healthcare controls the American economy the most, and what affects the healthcare a lot significantly, I won't say the most, but is your level of literacy. So that means niggas get in accidents because they can't read. So that made me hate niggas. It didn't make me hate niggas. It made me think like I don't like niggas. Probably niggas. When you say nigga, and when you say black people, that's two different things. When you say white people, you say crackers, that's two different things. But I have a certain level of uncomfort and dislike for niggas because that just means a lot of things that niggas do I just don't align with. And I'm a nigga myself. I'm an ignorant black ass person. I'm an ignorant ass black ass person. Do I hate myself? I don't hate black people. I don't hate people who descend from Africa. No. I'm not ignorant on that level. I met people. I met real life. I hate you because you are black people. I've met people like that. I am not like that. I cannot feel that. I really can't. I really literally can't hate people because of their skin color or their culture. I'm gonna give you a good example of this. My manager where I used to work is racist as fuck. She's a dumbass kind of racist. When I say racist, racist means you think your race is superior. That's what racist means. Not that you don't like somebody because of what they look like. You don't like somebody because they're race. That means you're prejudiced. You prejudge that person, therefore you are prejudiced. Your racist means that you think your race is the best and you think your race does everything the best. This bitch is racist. She gives the Mexicans second and third chances. She's more empathetic to the problems that the Mexicans go through. But my whole thing is, you keep hiring these Mexicans, and it was a point in my life where I was only surrounded by every race. When I grew up, 107th and Calumet, Southside Chicago, Roseland. 90% of people there are black. Then I moved to Sandy Springs. Eventually, 70% of people there are white. When I moved to Chicago, 110% of the people I hung out were fucking Mexicans. I'm not racist. I don't think black people do everything the best. I'm not prejudiced. I met all kind of Mexicans and white people and black people. But for you to be a Mexican and you think, hey, I can only rely on Mexicans. Mexicans are the hardest workers. We're the best. We make the best love. We make the best food. We make the best music. Only Mexicans. Mexicans, Mexicans, Mexicans. I only hired this black motherfucker because I met one black nigga and he's this and he's this. Oh, Aaron, how come you're not like this? Because, bitch, I'm not that nigga. I'm not him. And this bitch actually had the nerve to say, wow, Aaron, Nick just talks so much and he has great social skills and he's this and you're you're not like that at all. I'm like, yeah, bitch, we're two different people. Why the fuck would you think I would be anything like this man? Cause he's black and I'm black? You dumbass bitch. She hires she hired probably 10 Mexicans since I worked with that bitch. You know what happened? And I'm thinking, hey, my energy is here. I have a little piece of God in me. I like to transform people's lives. I was doing certain meditations. So I'm seeing this shit. I'm clearly seeing this shit. Clearly seeing it. All you hire is Mexicans. And then the only people who you dirty are the Mexicans you hire. All the white people are still here. Why the fuck are you still only hiring Mexicans? Because the Mexicans that you hire out of your dumb racist fucking mind are the only people who are actually doing you wrong. The only people who are actually not being loyal to you. The only people who don't give a fuck that you're Mexican too. Those are the people who are seeing that you are fucking racist, and they are the only people who are deliberately making you dirty. And and she's still only manager. One of her assistant managers, two assistant managers. She's, hey, I'm gonna quit. I'm done with this. You're gonna hire other people since other than Mexicans. You're gonna hire other people than Mexicans, or I'm gonna quit. She had to threaten her for her to hire other people people other than Mexicans. Then what happened? She hired two more Mexicans. One of those motherfuckers did her dirty. I'm sure the other one quit, and then she started only hiring white people. You gotta be smart, bro. If you rely on your race and another person's race, and you think you can trust that person because they look like you, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. I put that shit on Facebook. Put that shit on Facebook. My neighbors across the street, they got robbed. They got their house robbed. They're Mexican. They don't fuck with me because they're Mexican and I'm black. And my girl, and Liz is white. And our baby's a little bit of both. Mostly black. Because that's just how it is. You only trust Mexicans? Oh, what happened? Your house got robbed? By who? Some Mexicans? But you're Mexican! Why would they rob you? And then, then what do they do? Sir, our house got robbed. If you see him, can you call the police? I was like, yeah, sure. Oh, you need a nigga's help? You're Mexican. Why do you need my help? I'm dirty. I'm black. I got big lips. I smoke Newports. I drink. I probably don't know how to raise my children. I probably cook fried chicken every day. But, I mean, if we're equal in this situation, do you think I know how to... Bitch, I don't know how to read. I'm black. What the fuck? You're Mexican. You don't have superpowers? You can't go catch the nigga yourself? And put a fucking tortilla around his neck and ring him in? No. 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 That's not how the world works. That's not how the world works. If you're racist and you only rely on your own race and you think the only people you can trust, you trust somebody because they're your color, something bad is gonna happen to you. And hopefully, most likely, it's gonna be the people your race. Indian, Chinese. That's awesome, bro. That's fucking awesome. Actually, I'm both of those things too. My dad's great grandmother was from Calcutta, and my great grandmother was from China. So that's on two different sides. So And they don't even know. I just say China because China is the biggest country with Asian people, and that's really where all Asian people came from. So we really don't know where the fuck she was from. She could have been Filipino, she could have been Japanese, but she was Asian though. If you see a picture of my mom, she has the round face, and she has big ass front teeth, and she has like little eyes and shit like that. But my grandmother, my great grandmother on my mom's side was from, well, just say China. And they migrated to Spain. She met her husband. Then they moved to Cuba. They had my grandmother. And then from Cuba, they snuck into the country, moved to Georgia. And then my great grandmother went to some college in fucking Michigan. She moved to Ohio. Had my great grandmother, and then they moved to um, Chicago. Would I live in the wild for a month? You know what? I really like these random ass questions. Just because, I mean, I don't really have all the survival skills to do that. I don't know how to build a shelter and start a fire without a lighter. I've considered it seriously about 4 times. I slept outside like 10 times. My mom kicked me out the house over 30 times while I was in high school after she found out I smoked weed. So, no, because I would die, bro. I would die eventually. I would die within the first 2 weeks, I feel. Because all the shit that I don't know about, all the things that I don't know about, the foods, the plants I can't eat, I don't know how to, I don't have the patience to catch fish if I was hungry. I couldn't skin an animal. I don't think I have the stomach for that. Um, I would totally do that though, bro. I would totally do that. Like in the wild, wild. Probably not. Probably not. Like in fall, yeah, because there would be less bugs. It'd be cold. So, mm, see, I can't even. It's fly season right now because it's getting warmer. It's a lot of flies eating stuff off my clothes. I don't even know what's on this bitch because they've been clean. So I don't think I would gamble with that. I would say, you know what? I've met people who have lived in the forest in a tent, and they were straight up alcoholics. They were crying because they could not stop drinking and tried to kill themselves because they couldn't stop drinking, and they lived in tents in the forest with a dog. If I had Gaia, yes, I would live in the forest for a while. Am I into fashion? Bro, I'm a retail baby. My mom worked retail my whole life. I'm very into fashion. I do people dudes tell me I dress nice and I have style and shit like that all the time, and people have like, bro, no homo. Can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah, you could tell me something. And be like, you look, you're fresh as fuck. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, but brands, I'm from Atlanta, so of course we gotta keep the polo. Ralph motherfucking Lauren. Coogee. Coogee's one of my favorite clothes brands. I like the Supreme logo. I didn't even know this was Supreme. I like Brooks Brothers. I like um, Nautica makes some good clothes. I like Lacoste. I like the fabric of Lacoste. The thing about fashion is a lot of people don't realize that if you get the right fashion designer, if you get the right brand, this shit is going to be more resilient. The clothes are going to be more resilient. I like Dolce too. I had a pair of Dolce shades. Dolce Gabbana is one of my favorite fucking clothing brands. But the thing about fashion is if you get the right clothing brands, I had a pair of fucking hundred and something Dolce Gabbana jeans. I had a fucking $120 Coogee shirt. I had, I was killing it. My wardrobe was flawless at one point. But the thing about those fashion, those brands are, they're not gonna fucking rip. They're not gonna fade. They're not gonna stain. I got a pair of Calvin Klein slacks, $100 pair of Calvin Klein slacks. That bitch is not getting grass. That never got grass stains on that bitch. I've had at least 3 instances. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have grass stains on this bitch. Psh, wiped it right off. Fell on the concrete. Shit didn't rip. Jumped over a gate. Shit didn't rip. But a lot of people, yeah, if you get your clothes from the Gap, if you buy them here, they're resilient. They only cost $20. Okay, you got lucky with that. But if you actually take the time and you investigate, spend that little bit of money, shit's not gonna stink. Shit's not gonna rip. But Coogee, Ralph Lauren, Dolce, Lacoste, Nautica kills it sometimes. Brooks Brothers, mm, Ray-Ban shades are resilient as fuck. Mercedes makes some good clothes. Like a lot of people don't know, like Eddie Bauer. I had an Eddie Bauer book bag for over 10 years. A lot of people don't know. Um, a lot of people, a lot of companies that are not known for making clothes make some good ass clothes. Harley Davidson, fucking Eddie Bauer, fucking Mercedes. Who else? What kind of cars make good clothes? You just gotta know it. You have to know, and you have to trust. Um, Lamborghini, of course, they make some good clothes. What else we got? Do you know your MBTI personality type? I don't know what that is. Like the whole personality type. One, two, three, four. I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm a chameleon. I act differently. My whole goal is, I'm trying to engineer myself. I'm not trying to. I act differently by myself off this camera in front of a crowd of people. It's different personality. So my predominant usual personality is always going to be something different than what I want to feel. I mean, your personality is a choice. So I like the way skaters dress. What are your thoughts on face tattoos? I mean, if you're ugly or if you don't like how you look, and people never tell you that you're physically attractive in the face, I would say go for it because you're not really fucking up a good thing. But I think they're stupid as fuck. Number one, because it's it's a cultural thing. It's a trend right now. People are gonna regret those face tattoos in 10 years because that's not gonna be the thing anymore. Or it might be another. It might be the thing for another 10 years or 20 years. But it hasn't always been cool. It hasn't always been in your culture. It hasn't always been something you were gonna grow up and get a face tattoo. When I was growing up, face tattoos were fucking stupid. And just because a lot of rappers, you don't understand. You don't understand the culture and the spirituality of face tattoos. And a lot of people's spirituality, if you get a tattoo on your face or your hand, that's some devil shit. That's some satanic devil worshipping shit. A lot of people don't know that. I'm in Oklahoma right now. It's a lot of natives out here. That's in their culture. They get feathers and all kind of patterns on their face because it's tribal tattoos. But you're from New Orleans and you got the cross on your forehead, and you're from Chicago and you fuck with a lot of New Orleans rappers. Lil Wayne was your favorite rapper. Nah, bro. Nah. A lot of niggas got that shit on their face because they don't really know what the fuck it means. Teardrops. Everybody in shit. A lot of people in Chicago say real OGs don't have teardrops. Real people don't have tattoos on your face. A lot of people don't get tattoos because they're criminals and they don't want to be identifiable. A lot of people walk around with fake ass tattoos, so when they do a crime, they know a lot of people with that tattoo. They're just gonna blend in. But I think face tattoos are fucking dumb, bro. Especially, I love my face. I love my face. The closest tattoo I would get to my face would be on my neck, and that's still a distraction from my face. That's still gonna affect how you see my bone structure and shit like that. So anything, like think about what facial hair. If I shave my facial hair, I'm gonna look 3 to 5 years younger. Why the fuck would I get a fucking face tattoo? I don't wanna upset my mother. Shit, fuck that. Do I believe in ghosts? Bro, I got a fucking I have a video on Facebook, on YouTube, on this channel that clearly shows a ghost at my house. Clearly. I believe in, yeah. There's nothing that's not real. There's nothing that's not real. And what does that mean? Unicorns exist. Dragons exist. If you don't see them here with your naked eye, they exist somewhere. Everything you ever think of, if you have an imaginary friend, if you draw a picture of some dumb shit, that shit exists some fucking where. But you can't really tell me that somebody died and there's no heaven, there's no hell, and they went nowhere. They're here, bro. Their spirits exist, paranormal activity exists, ghosts exist, devils exist, angels exist, all that shit exists. And even if they didn't exist since the beginning of time, enough people have believed in them and put thought into them that now they're real. There's a boogeyman some motherfucking where because enough little kids believed in that shit cold consciously that now he's real. If enough people believe in Santa Claus or Freddy Krueger enough and they think he's a real person and everybody forgets about Freddy Krueger as a fucking movie character, he's gonna be real some fucking way, but definitely spirits exist, ghosts exist, paranormal activity exists. Shit has entered my body. Shit has knocked shit off my refrigerator. Shit has fucking hurt my dog. Shit has hurt my child. Pinched them on the ear, whatever the fuck they did. Yeah, they exist. Definitely. 100%. If you give it a thought, you give it power. So if you get afraid, they're gonna fuck with you. How do I feel about women with breast or butt implants? I've come to terms with breast implants because you know who really helped me with coming to terms or thinking that breast implants could be something good. I'm gonna tell you actually two people. First, first, my grandmother. My grandmother, my dad's mom. She had I don't know the status on her breast cancer because I don't talk to her. But my grandmother had a double mastectomy, which means she had um, her breast taken out of her chest. And when I was growing up, she had some huge tits. So for somebody to take her breast away and for me to not really be thinking about it, and then I saw her, I I mean, we're all energy readers. We all know how people feel before you say something while you're saying it and after. So I'm not like staring at her chest with no tits, but I'm thinking it like, damn, they really cut your breasts off. They really took your titties off. And you're really wearing a bra so you could have your piece of that identity. And it made me feel different. It made me feel like if you got breast implants, that would be okay. You're not a stripper. You're not trying to get bigger titties. The bigger the tit, the bigger the tip. You know what I'm saying, girl? That's not what it is. But that changed my perception of breast implants. Also, Kendall Jenner. Her titties are like on her ribs. Her nipples are on her ribs or some shit. She got them cut off and fucking lifted and put implants on there. So, and I was like, okay, she legit she looks better. She looks a little bit better. It doesn't look unnatural. It doesn't look like she's trying to, you know, get a bigger tip. It doesn't look like she's trying to be in the tabloids or get more attention. Her nipples, she felt like it was something wrong with her body. Probably felt a little insecure about the shit. She wanted bigger titties, but As far as, that extra shit, the F's and the fucking triple D's, and I don't know shit about breast sizes and shit like that. But hey, what's up, man? What's up? Chilling, chilling. Just answering these questions, just having a little live stream, live chat, real talk type session. But I mean, I was never much of a tit man. Like that's immature to me. Like y- a baby likes titties, cause that's food to a baby. You know what I'm saying? When you evolve, you come to realize that it's all about that ass. You gotta fucking, you gotta fuck. You gotta put your dick close to that ass. You need that for performance, for inspiration, for motivation. To get that money. But I mean, ass implants. That's disgusting. That's first of all, you got an ass implant, you got injections. You're lazy. I'm lazy. That's cool. I want a thicker six pack. I want a fucking big chest. I want that. I'm not gonna get it. They have chest implants to make men look fucking more muscular. They have arm implant. They have muscle implants. But what did you really achieve? In nature, men like asses because that means you're fertile. You got wide hips, that means you could push my baby out with no problem. You got a big ass, that means you're fertile. That means if I fucking come on your stomach anywhere near you, you're gonna get pregnant. But for you to even put that needle in your ass, you wanna get a shot, you wanna get an ass implant, bitch, you're lazy. You could have had that ass in a matter of 6 months to a year. Hey, do the 40 squat challenge. Do the 120 squat challenge. Hey, do some squats. Eat some corn. Go to fucking Mississippi or Georgia for 6 months and see what happens with those squats. Eat some fucking eat some fucking Fruit Loops and sugar bread for a month and see what happens. Okay, we'll do that for 6 more months. There you go. You got what you need. I got what I need, and nothing has to flip or go in anywhere that's inappropriate. Nothing bad has to happen. But that's just an abomination, man. That's an abomination. That's that's bad, bro. That's horrible. I don't like ass implants. I've never had a sexual interaction with a woman with breast and ass implants. I don't think I've ever grabbed a fucking titty implant before. But that's nah, no. It's just a cop out. It's just one of those things that reminds me that men, we have it harder and easier at the same time because we might have certain pressures on us, but we have to be men about it. We have to be real niggas about it. We can't change that I can't make myself taller. I can't make myself 6'2" safely. I have to just be real, true, fucking own that shit and just be 5'11". You know what I mean? I can't make myself darker. White women don't like light skinned niggas like me. I'm not even light skinned. They like black chocolate, old forest chestnut niggas. I'm not like that. I'm not fucking ASAP Rocky. I'm not brown skinned like that. You know? I can't permanently tan myself. I'm not gonna get fucking skin cancer. So you could fucking have Morris chestnut. I gotta be fucking true to myself. But a woman, you don't have a, I don't have a ass for, I don't have the ass you like. Well, I'm just gonna get these breast implants. I'm gonna get these titty injections. No, be yourself. Don't be who I got a song called Too Short, addressing that exact situation. I'm gonna re-release it because I fucked up the message. The hook is this for my niggas too short for the cool sports, too tall to fly planes for the Air Force, too something. But I said be who you are because being good enough can only get you so far. And I meant to say when I really listened to it, don't be who you are because being good enough will only get you so far. But I've been doing good, man. You got released from the hospital. We are lit. We lit! We lit as fuck, man. That's what's up. What happened? That's not what's up that you were in the hospital, but you got released safely. I never been held in the hospital. The Derbski, oh, that's one of the guys, man. Favorite season. My favorite season is Atlanta. My favorite season is Atlanta, bro. My favorite season, nah, for real. My favorite season is fall and in Georgia because I hate living out here so fucking much. Fucking hate living here, bro. You don't understand that shit. Gaia! 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 And she ran away, I'm killing that bitch. That's a felony now. You can't kill dogs. Hold on. 110%. I fucking hate living here. Go in the house. Go. My favorite season in Georgia is the fall because you could wear shorts. You can wear shorts all the way up to Halloween. My favorite season in Chicago is the summer because it's really stormy and it's hot as fuck. But I don't like spring because it's hella tornadoes. I don't really have a fair. It's good things about it every fucking season. The winter when it's cold as fuck, especially in Chicago, -10 fucking degrees, blizzards and shit. That's very motivating. All the rich ass people. I don't know if Jay-Z does this, but a lot of rich people that I follow, let's say Tony Robbins, RSD Tyler, they wake up in the morning and they have this thing called a cryogenics chamber. And best believe, bro, when I get that fucking second or third milli, I'm getting one of those. So what you do is you go in this little, you go in this, just look up cryogenics chamber. But you go in this chamber and it comes up to like your mid chest and it freezes your body for 3 minutes at like negative, I want to say like -23 degrees or some shit like that. And then what they do is they go in a sauna and that like wakes them up and it motivates them for their day and it gets their blood flowing and shit like that. And I learned, yeah, being a -10 degrees, that's good for your brain, it's good for your skin, it's good for a lot of different things that motivates you. But I don't really have a favorite season, man. I just try to go with the flow. I've lived a lot of different places, so I've come to either love or hate every season. So, top 5 favorite rappers dead or alive. Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks because Lloyd Banks got that shit, bro. Lloyd Banks definitely has that shit. He is a poet. You can tell that he puts real. Is that train too loud? Should I go in the crib? It's about to end, I believe. But Lloyd Banks, listen to V5. Listen to it's a mixtape called Happy Birthday or something like that. Listen to Cold Corner 2. Next, Biggie, because he set it all off, man. Biggie really made it cool to be cool. Spice One, I want to say he's one of my favorite rappers. Lord Infamous is a fucking dark ass poet. And of course, if you like any rap that came out past 2013, you don't even know Lord Infamous is your favorite fucking rapper. Who else we got? I don't really have like favorite rappers I can listen to all day. That's who I would consider my favorite rappers. So we got Lloyd Banks, Lord Infamous, Biggie, Um, Lloyd Banks, Lord Infamous, Biggie. I don't know, man. Gucci and myself. Gucci, why? Because Gucci's real. He motivates you to do a lot of. He can motivate you to do a lot of different things. My top five rappers right now that's recent. Gotta say, I don't even want to go into that. Actually, honestly, you got shot in the leg by some bum ass niggas. God damn. Obviously, the lower leg. I mean, that's not obvious. You know that's how LA Capone got fucking killed, bro. They shot his ass on the thigh. He died. That sucks. If I was LA Capone, I'd be hunting the fuck out of everybody right now, bro. Especially niggas that didn't ride for me. You got shot in the leg. You could have died, bro. You could have died. If you need anything, you know I got them BLs on the low. Don't fucking. I'm just kidding. Don't contact me about that. All right. So Banks. I was born in 1991, bro. Everybody thinks I'm fucking 19, 20. I'm not. I'm just crazy. I'm just stuck. But Banks, I mean, old Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, shit, niggas used to think I was gay. I love Lil Wayne, bro. I loved him. I don't fuck with Lil Wayne right now. I haven't listened to Lil Wayne in a series. The last thing I downloaded from Lil Wayne was Sorry for the Wait, and that was from a recommendation, and I didn't fuck with that. But the real last Lil Wayne I bumped was Carter 3. Before that, I mean, all the mixtapes in between, the drought, the fucking dedication. Uh, I have over probably 150 Lil Wayne songs on my computer right now, and that is I got that hard drive from my mom's old computer from when I was in high school. So everything other than that, but Lil Wayne probably. But the thing is, if you really listen to Lil Wayne, you could tell Lil Wayne really just sounds like Biggie. Like really, if you really listen to some Biggie Smalls, that's really what Lil Wayne used to sound like. And then the Illuminati threatened him, and he just started getting on his money shit. Banks, nah, bro. I'm talking about Banks from like 2008, 9, bro. 2008 or 9. But fuck with Joey Badass. The only time I ever heard Joey Badass is when he was probably on a song with a rapper that I fuck with, such as ASAP Rocky or Schoolboy Q or something like that. But I've never like sat down and listened to Joey Badass. I never even heard. I heard one Casey Veggie song, bro, and I don't even. I wouldn't recognize his voice or any of his songs. My top five is Tupac, Kanye, Andre, Kid Cudi, and Lil B. Lil B, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know how I forgot about Nas. I mean, I just that goes without saying. I feel Nas is they they already got me on them 30s. If that's what you're talking about, I don't know what that means. I'm a tax-paying American citizen. I don't know what a 30 is. None of that. But Tupac, honestly, bro, Tupac was. It was by divine intervention that I actually stopped listening to Tupac and started listening to Biggie, and I had to realize what I realized. Like Biggie was really with the shits in a real way. Tupac, I think Tupac was just really a crazy man. He was just really a crazy man, and whatever environment he came from and whatever he's been through, you know, dude, I know what 30s are, man. Nah, but Tupac, the whole thing was I used to bump Tupac like all day, every day, like obsessively. Wouldn't listen to shit else but Tupac for a long time. But one day I was at the mall with my mom, and this is when I had CDs. I had the Tupac Greatest Hits Disc 1 and Disc 2. And I scratched up one of the, or I probably left that shit at home in my CD player or some shit, in my boombox. But I had like this too, and I was pulling it out my CD case, and I dropped it. And for some reason, I tried to grab it so I wouldn't get scratched up more, and it landed perfectly in my hand, just like that. And I guess the inertia from when I was trying to grab it, it fucking, the middle of the CD went into this, the you know how they get the payphones and they have the little thing where you put the phone book. It went right into that, snapped right in half. I was like, oh, motherfucker. And I fucking broke that shit, snapped it clean in half. So I put Biggie in. I didn't like Biggie because I like Tupac. So I put the Biggie in, and just ever since then, I never stopped listening to Biggie. I never even listened to that fucking CD at all. Freddie Gibbs is really dope too. He's from New York. It sounds like a New York name, probably, right? Freddie Gibbs. But my phone is on 15%, probably less than that right now. And I got a lot of people hitting me up. So I'm gonna cut this live stream short. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really wanted to talk a little bit longer. This shit fucking kills my battery. So 6:30, gotta get in the booth today. So hit me up, man. Socialize with me. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. It's Aaron motherfucking Moses, man. Peace. And my phone fucking froze. God damn. And listen to that Ludfold, My Ambitions as a Rider. That shit goes dumb hard. LUDFOE, Ludfold, My Ambitions as a Rider. And listen to my new track, like Kodak. Definitely. Alright, peace.